If you get accused of being called too sensitive, then I hope that this episode of the McTaggart Attack podcast helps you. I'm Kevin McTaggart, and that's what I'm talking about today. I'm talking about highly sensitive people. Why am I talking about highly sensitive people? Because I myself am a highly sensitive person. I am. I'm really sensitive. Sensitive about a lot of things. A lot of things. Lots of stuff bothers me. Smells, noise, anything. And not even like in close proximity to me. Like I can watch shit on TV. Like I can't watch like gory movies because it makes me feel awful. I watch television and I feel for a lot of the characters on television, and I can't watch some stuff sometimes. Like when I see a favorite wrestler of mine get the crap beat out of them or something. I hate the people that do it. Or like if I even see something that does smell on TV and I can't really smell it, I still get bothered by it. Or if somebody just talks incessantly with a really fucking annoying voice and goes on and on and on and on, and there's so much damn noise, it just bugs the crap out of me. It's just hard for me to not let it bother me. Just anything. I'm just a really highly sensitive person, and I, for other people, I feel I worry about other people. I worry about everything, and it pisses me off when people like tell me how sensitive I am. Oh, don't be too sensitive. I'm like, I can't fucking help it. Because if I try not to care, it's gonna end up piling up and piling up, and it's just gonna punch me in the face, and I'm gonna feel awful about it. I constantly worry about people. I constantly care about people. I constantly care about people. I don't know if I said that loud enough, but it's like it's frustrating being a highly sensitive person or an empath. I think they're the same thing. I think no, I am highly sensitive and also an empath, but I think those are the same thing. I'm pretty sure. But I think you can be one without the other. I don't know. I'll have to look it up again. But it just annoys me when people insult others by accusing them of being too sensitive. What the hell is wrong with being too sensitive? There's really nothing wrong with being too sensitive. But despite all that stuff that I said before, I mean, you have to deal with it. It's stuff that you have to deal with. But I think it's being too sensitive is better if you're aware and are open to the fact that you're just too sensitive. But to be called too sensitive is just exasperating. Like, it's annoying to be called too sensitive because I'm like, what's wrong with being too sensitive? What's wrong with being a very sensitive person? What's wrong about caring about other people too much? Or the planet, for fuck's sake. I would love to be that type of person that just simply cared about myself and had no feelings and wasn't very sensitive at all. But I'm not. And I'm fine with the fact that I'm not, because that's who I am. And it just aggravates me when I hear someone insult someone and say that they're too sensitive. Well, you're not sensitive enough. You're going to call me too sensitive? Well, you're not too sensitive enough. You don't care enough. Because that's one thing, like, I've had coworkers tell me that I care too much. And that boggles my mind. What's wrong with caring too much? There's nothing wrong with caring too much. Know what your problem is? You care too much. You just need to go to work and not give a shit all day. I'm like, I can't. I can't go to work and not give a shit all day. Because even when I go to work and don't do anything, I feel bad about it. So it just bugs me when I get called too sensitive, or someone insults people by saying that they're too sensitive, because usually it happens in politics a lot. You know, conservatives call liberals too sensitive. And I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with being too sensitive? What the fuck is wrong with caring about more than yourself, or caring at all about anything? What's wrong with that? I don't get that at all. What the hell is wrong with caring too much? What the hell is wrong with being too sensitive? I don't get that. I just, to me, it's the opposite. To me, I think that there's a lot of people out there that just don't care enough about anything that goes on. And they should. They should at least be aware of it. With all the stupid, idiotic, hateful crap that's going on in the world. And people just don't care. But then there's people like me who care too much and are too sensitive. And then we get called out for being, oh, you're just too sensitive. What's wrong with that? There's nothing wrong with being called too sensitive. Nothing at all. There's nothing wrong about caring too much. Just really fucking bothers me when I hear that, when I get called that, or when like other people tell, or when people insult people. Like, you go on Twitter, by the way, follow me at McTaggart Attack, and it's just aggravating to me how people just insult people with stupid shit by saying that they're too sensitive, that they care too much about the planet or the human race or animals or whatever. What the fuck is wrong with that? There's nothing wrong with caring too much. There's nothing wrong with being too sensitive. You just have to, on a personal level, you just have to deal with those things and not let it bother you that much. But it's still important to care too much. It's fine to care too much. It's fine to be too sensitive. I wish we were all in a world where all of us just cared too much and were too sensitive. Because then maybe, if that were the case, the world would be a much better fucking place. Well, I feel better. And I hope that you feel better listening to this too. If there's anybody else that you want to share this episode with, please go ahead and do that. And remember to rate and review this podcast wherever you listen to it. Because a lot of times that's all I do with my podcast is I vent about stuff to get stuff off my chest that's bothering me, to make me feel better. And I hope that me ranting about it makes you feel better. Like those idiots who insult people by saying that they're too damn sensitive. Well, you know what? You're not sensitive enough. So maybe you need to, like, you're the one that needs to, grow the fuck up and be more sensitive about the world around you, you stupid dipshit, or there's not going to be a world around us at all. And that's the bottom line if you smell what the McTaggart Attack podcast is cooking.